fascism. We cannot say it that our country entered into the fascism, but it is moving towards slowly towards the fascism. So apart from that one, we have recently seen that Venezuela was attacked, and that President Maduro and his wife were captured and abducted. That like Ravana captured Sita, but here Maduro and his wife both were captured and abducted. So that is the trend going on in the entire world. The same trend is being followed by Trump, followed by Modi also. Whatever Trump is doing in the world, in our country, the Modi is walking in the footsteps of the Trump. This is the danger. This is the perversion of the danger in the country. We should face it up. So while facing such draconian laws, draconian rule of this fascist and religious rulers, I hope that I request you to move a fruitful discussion to understanding of the people, and I hope that you will have a very, very fruitful conclusion also, and ultimately that conclusion must pave the way for the united actions, as well as that united actions must lead whether there must be some differences, but always I have been demanding for that. I have been requesting all the left leaders on every platform that ultimately our unification must lead to the merger of all left parties, all red flags, and all red flags must become one red flag. Then we should be able to hoist our red flag at Red Fort. With that aim we will move. Now I request Comrade D. Raja, our General Secretary CPI, I request him to inaugurate this seminar with his remarks and with his perception. I call Raja Garu to inaugurate this one.
Pawan.
సంపదంత పుట్టే కష్ట జీవి శకటలో ఏ శకట తీయనోడు ఎత్తు వెలుగుతున్నడో అమరులు త్యాగం చేసి అమరుల ప్రాణాల బెంగలెత్తుకున్నడో ఎన్ని త్యాగాల జాడలున్నాయో
అందరికీ నమస్కారం. మరియు Khammam, Khammam district CPI Party to invite all stalwarts of four left parties of this country, as well as Comrade David, General Secretary of CPI, Senior Leader of Communist Party of India, and Amarjit, Party Leader as well as General Secretary of AITC, Ramu, Sanjay Garu, Ramakrishna Garu, Allah Ramakrishna Garu, who are on the dais of CPI, Communist Party of India. On behalf of, particularly on behalf of the Khammam district CPI party, I welcome seats, either CPIM or CPI or ML party. So that was the strength of the CPI in this.
In Telangana and Andhra, the subject is very critical one. India today and challenges before the left. Before getting into the subject, I would like to take this opportunity to pay our revolutionary greetings to Comrade C. Rajesh Rao, Comrade Rajshekar Reddy, Comrade Giri Prasad, Comrade N.R. Dasari, Comrade Magdam Baindin, Comrade Ravinarayan Reddy, Comrade Basopunnaya, Comrade Sundaraya, and galaxy of the left leaders who built the left movement, the communist movement in this region. When the whole country was under colonial rule, this region was under Nizam rule. Everyone knows the history. And here the communists built a militant, revolutionary mass movement, Kisan struggle, not only fighting against Nizam rule, fighting against colonial rule for the independence of the country. I take this opportunity to pay our salutes, revolutionary salutes to those great leaders who built the communist movement in this region. Comrades, we have chosen this subject, India today, the challenges before us. India today should be understood properly. Our colleagues from other parties will also speak on this subject. Now, India had won the independence because of the supreme sacrifices made by the communists. We had won the liberation from the colonial rule, from small kingdoms like Nizam. Today we are an independent nation. But what is the condition of post-independent India? We must understand this. The global political situation is horrific. The way American imperialist power is acting is a big challenge, not only for the left, but for the Democrats all over the country. Because imperialism is in deep crisis. It means world capitalism is in deep crisis. As the French scholar Thomas Piketty has defined, the neoliberal economic policies have led to unprecedented inequalities among the nations and within the nation. Within the nation, any nation, India is facing such a situation, unprecedented inequalities. When our party was formed in the year 1925, we were under British Raj, British rule. Today, we are under BJP Raj. What is BJP Raj? BJP is the political wing of RSS. RSS is also celebrating its centenary, as we are celebrating our centenary. But RSS never fought for the independence of the country. In fact, RSS was compromising, collaborating with colonial rulers. Our comrades, they laid their lives. How many communists were hanged? How many communists were shot dead? How many communists were put in prison for long period and subjected to unimaginable tortures? Only history will tell. Our history. Every page of our history has been written with the blood and sweat of thousands of communists in this country. We must be proud of that history. We have a proud history. Communists built this country and communists fought for the independence of the country. Today, we have a right-wing fascist government. Right-wing government, that is BJP. And this right-wing government is trying to rewrite our history, redefine the Indian nation, Communist Party of India, the communist, leftist, we have been fighting for a new India. That new India should be a classless India, a casteless India, a socialist India, When party was formed at Kanpur, Comrade Singaravelu, at that point of time itself, referred to the untouchability that prevailed in India. So what are the challenges as Indian society we are facing today? We all Marxist-Leninists. We believe the Marxist-Leninist ideology, the theory should be applied to Indian conditions, the social realities in India. The Communist Party of India has been consistently referring to these challenges. We have the class as a challenge. Now, new developments have taken place. When Karl Marx was writing Capital, he didn't have computer or laptop as we have today. He had to write in his own handwriting. And interestingly, here women comrades are there, they should know his handwriting could be read only by two persons properly. One person, his own wife, Jenny Marx. The other person, his great friend, Frederick Engels. These two persons could read Marx handwriting. Now we are in the age of artificial intelligence. What is that? Artificial intelligence. We are in the age of artificial intelligence. That has been impacting the production process, the production relations, the productive forces. That has been changing the economic development. These are we should understand. It is a new era, new era. In this new era, what are the challenges we face? We call it new era, but there are challenges. Number one, class. It means division of labor, division of laborers, division of labor and division of laborers. That is continuing in India. How to fight against all forms of class exploitations, class enslavements. How to unite all sections of working people, both informal, formal sector, overcoming all divisions. This is a challenge. This continues to be a challenge. Mobilizing the working people, politicalizing the working people. It is a big challenge before left today. We should understand. Then the question of caste prevails everywhere across the country. It is a big challenge before the left. How to fight, annihilate caste. We should think of. We should think of. Because you all know caste is an hierarchical society. The science is very clear. The ethics of Indian civilization are very clear. Birth is same to everybody. We are all born from the womb of mother. When we are born, we don't born as upper caste, lower caste, or Brahmins, untouchables. No, we born as children. Then how come the caste emerges? And this is in the mind of people. Even Mohan Bhagavat RSH, he tells caste is in the mind. What is that mind? How the caste enters into mind? Who forces caste into the mind of the people? Who divides? Who divides the people in the name of caste? That is where Dr. Ambedkar, during his time, he not only fought against caste system, he called upon the people to fight for annihilation of caste. Caste should be annihilated from our society. We are all human beings, and we should live as human beings, having love and compassion towards each other. When democracy is questioned, discussed, everybody refers to Abraham Lincoln. It is Abraham Lincoln who said, malice to none, compassion to all. Malice to none, compassion to all. This is what Abraham Lincoln said. But in India, we face caste. Caste. In the name of caste, how atrocities are taking place. How atrocities are taking place. Even a shadow of a little girl fell on somebody. That little girl happened to be a Dalit. She was lynched. Can we tolerate such evils in our country? I can go on narrating the caste atrocities, but the point is, caste is a challenge before the left movement to unite the people. How class exploitation is challenged before the left movement, caste is another challenge before the left movement. We will have to fight against caste system, the evil of caste. As Ambedkar said, we will have to fight for annihilation of caste. Then, comrades, the patriarchy. Now women are sitting here. Why atrocities against women are increasing? Why women do not get equal status in our society? Why women are treated as inferior? This patriarchy, how it is leading to atrocities against our women. How our women are lynched, tortured. Any state you take, you will come across such incidents. So patriarchy is another big challenge before the left. So we have been continuously referring to these challenges because these are all issues on which we have to continue long drawn battle, struggle. We have to continue. We have to unite people. We have to liberate people from that mindset, whatever may be. So we have to unite the people to fight against economic exploitations, to fight against social discriminations. These are now challenges before Indian left. Politically, at this point of time, we are facing challenge from BJP RSS. What is the challenge? We continue to argue India is a secular democratic republic. And RSS, BJP do not agree with the idea of secularism. They do not agree. And they are arguing even the constitution, the preamble should be thrown out, constitution should be thrown out. What is the meaning of secularism? What is the meaning of socialism? They don't agree. So they challenge the present constitution which we have today. And I don't need to enter into the history of drafting of Indian constitution. When Indian Constituent Assembly was constituted, who should head the drafting of Indian constitution? There were several names considered. Jawaharlal Nehru got a few names. One name was Dr. Ambedkar. Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru went to Gandhi, showed the names and asked him, who can be the head of drafting committee of constitution? Mahatma Gandhi, without any blinking, immediately said, Dr. Ambedkar. He ticked, Dr. Ambedkar. That's how Dr. Ambedkar became the chairman of drafting committee of constitution. He is the prime architect of our constitution, principal architect of our constitution. Ambedkar at the beginning itself made it clear, India can never become, should never become a theocratic nation. India should remain a secular democratic republic. That was the stand taken by Ambedkar. That was how it has been put in the constitution. Ambedkar was very clear, emphatically, he rejected the so-called Hindutva Rashtra or Hindu Rashtra. Ambedkar said, if such a thing becomes reality, that will be the biggest calamity for the nation. So Ambedkar rejected that idea of religion-based nation, religion-based state, theocratic nation, theocratic state. Ambedkar rejected. But today, BJP, RSS, they are trying to make India as a theocratic nation, Indian state as a theocratic state. But Ambedkar and galaxy of those leaders made it clear, Indian state should be a welfare state. Welfare state. What is that welfare state? The Constitution makes it clear. Indian state shall ensure all means of livelihood to all citizens, men and women. This is part of the Constitution. Now what Modi is doing? Modi is doing Vikshit Bharat Ji Ram Ji. Can you spell these words? Ram Ji. What is this Ram Ji? And taking away the livelihood of the people, poor people in the rural part of our country. And now, not only that, now the Modi government has passed the legislation to impose labor codes, 4 labor codes. What is this? Taking away of the rights of trade union movement, rights of working people in this country. That is why today there is a challenge before left to safeguard the Constitution itself. The very Constitution is under threat, and left is having this challenge, how to save the present Constitution, how to save the present Constitution, which defines India as a secular republic, democratic republic, Indian state as a welfare state. One more thing we can go again. It is Constitution which defines India as a federal country, Indian government as a federal government. India, that is Bharat, Union of States. That is what Constitution says. In fact, Ambedkar originally went to the extent of saying India, United States of India. But when he drafted the Constitution, he agreed India, that is Bharat, Union of States. Now, under Modi, under BJP, the government is snatching away all the powers, rights of the elected state governments. Then what is happening? Now even the right to vote will remain as fundamental right of the citizens, has become a question mark after the exercise, special intensive revision of voter rolls. Again, I refer to Ambedkar. The Indian Republic began its journey ensuring all adult franchise to all citizens. The citizens must have right to vote, and at the age of voting right, initially it was 21 years, now it is 18 years. 18 years. That 18 years also, because of communist intervention, the Union government agreed to reduce voting right. It was at the time of Comrade Chandrapan. He was in Parliament. He took up the issue through a private member bill. That is how voting right was reduced from 21 to 18. Now, Modi government is taking away the voting right. If right to vote is denied, then where is democracy? Where is democracy? This is another challenge we are facing today. Another challenge we are facing today. And Parliament is not working as Parliament, vibrant Parliament. Ambedkar said, Parliament is the supreme institution in our democracy, representing the sovereign will of the people. Sovereign will of the people. Now, what is happening in Parliament? Whether Parliament represents the sovereign will of the people, the right wing, the fascist forces who have captured the power, they are trying to change the character of Indian state. They are undermining the Parliament and making it redundant. Then where is democracy? This is another challenge before the left, another challenge before the left. So I can go on adding challenges. At the ideological level, we have challenges, and the way RSS is spreading the politics of hatred, polarizing the people, dividing the people, pitting one section against another in the name of religion, in the name of caste. How to fight this? It is an ideological challenge, and the left has to project its ideology and place its ideology as the best alternative to unite the people, to keep the people in harmony. That is the challenge we face today. That is the challenge we face today. And there are challenges of livelihood. And Modi claims India has become fourth largest economy. And people are questioning that also, whether India can be considered as fourth largest economy, whether India can stand up with China, whether India can stand up against America. When Trump is making such provocative statements, Modi does not open his mouth. And Indian government keeping quiet, shameless, they are maintaining silence. That's what is happening. That's why, as far as the economy, livelihood concerns, we have challenge. We have to protect the livelihood of the people, and it is the challenge before the left. Only we can fight uncompromisingly against right-wing forces, BJP, RSS combined. Only left can fight uncompromisingly, projecting its ideological positions. And we are fighting, and we will continue to fight. And here the left must stand united, and we must fight united. And we are going to face very critical elections in the beginning of this year. Kerala will have elections, and it is a challenge before us. We should win the elections in Kerala. We should retain the LDF government in Kerala, because this is important, and that is the only left government in the whole country, and we should win elections in Kerala. West Bengal, we should revive our strength. The left should emerge as a force to be reckoned with. Nobody can ignore the left in West Bengal, and we must emerge as a force. And Tamil Nadu, we are part of a secular coalition, but BJP is trying all its manipulative tactics to somehow disrupt the unity of secular democratic forces and to divide the people. There also, it is the land of Periyar, but BJP is not keeping quiet. There also, we should see that BJP doesn't get any foothold in Tamil Nadu. That is a challenge before the left in Tamil Nadu. Puducherry also, the same thing, Puducherry also, Assam also, where the left should have reasonable presence in assemblies. We are agreeing to work under parliamentary democracy. Parliamentary democracy means the left parties must have reasonable presence in parliament, in state legislative assemblies. It is a big challenge. It's a big challenge before the left, and we will have to think over. Here, the left parties must work together, must have mutual trust, must have mutual accommodation at the time of elections in the states. And our united effort is need of the hour. The strength of left should improve, strength of communists should improve. Unity of left, unity of communist movement is need of the history today. Indian democracy needs Left should be a strong force. Communists should be a strong force. The unity of left, unity of communists must be strengthened. As far as unity of left, unity of communists, we have been very consistent. CPI has been consistent. It was Comrade Rajeshwar Rao who made open call for the reunification of the communist movement. We have been working together. We have been working together. And when Comrade Surjit was General Secretary, after that Comrade Prakash Karat, Comrade Sitaram Yechuri, we have been working together. And Comrade Dipankar, we have been working together. Comrade Devarajan, we have been working together all along. But now we must move forward. We must move forward. And people, we should not allow anybody question, what is the future of Indian left? What is the future of Indian left? I used to say, the future of India is the future of Indian left. Without us, what is the future of India? Ask them. Without left, what is the future of India? So, future of India is linked with future of left. And we, left, should work together, unitedly, fight together, unitedly, and see the right-wing BJP government is removed from office as early as possible. And this understanding should be there with the other secular democratic parties also. How to convince other secular democratic parties, how to bring them in the united movement, united action. That is also a big challenge, and I hope the left parties can overcome that difficulty, and we can play an important role in impacting on secular democratic parties to have better clarity, and fight against right-wing forces. So, comrades, there are number of challenges, but we must be confident. The left should be the force which has utmost confidence. If left is not there, what will happen to our country? We have seen Venezuela, Bolivarian revolution, Chavez. After Chavez, it is Maduro. Now, the American imperialist power shamelessly waged war. Now, India, we are in a precarious situation. This side, we have Pakistan. That side, we have China, Bangladesh, Myanmar, and this Asian region is a very important region. Among South Asian countries, Asian countries are very important. And Modi government betrayed the global South, and only the left can champion the needs of global South, and global South will have to emerge as a force in order to shape the global political course. So, friends and comrades, we will have to think over with all seriousness about the future, not only of India, of the world. Not only of India and world, about left itself, future of left. If we are a strong force, we can safeguard the interests of toiling masses, the poor people, the working people, the farmers, the agricultural workers, the unemployed youth students, the women students, the children. So let us unitedly work, strengthen our movement, strengthen our people's movement and mass movement, and let us move forward. I highlighted some of the challenges, ideological, political, organizational. Now our beloved comrades are here. They will give their views. They will also give their suggestions how to strengthen the left the communist movement in the country. So, friends and comrades, I conclude congratulating the Telangana party, Andhra party, who have organized huge mass movement on 18th, day before yesterday, and it was a very, very inspiring mass movement, mass rally in Khammam. I congratulate both Andhra party and Telangana party for their great effort. And this seminar is attended not only by leaders of Andhra Telangana, the entire National Council of the party is present to listen to the views expressed by our fraternal left party leaders. So I thank everyone, and I once again give my revolutionary greetings to everyone. Thank you very much.
Comrades, ట్రూ ట్రాన్స్లేషన్ కాదు, మెయిన్ పాయింట్స్ చెప్తున్నాను. ముందుగా కామ్రేడ్ రాజేశ్వరరావు, రాజశేఖర రెడ్డి, గిరిప్రసాద్, కామ్రేడ్ సుందరయ్య గారు, బసపన్నయ్య, రావినారాయణ రెడ్డి, మగ్దుమ్ మొహిద్దీన్, అలాగే కమ్యూనిస్టు ఉద్యమాన్ని ఈ భారతదేశంలో నిర్మించిన వారందరికీ కూడా నేను జోహార్లు తెలియజేస్తా ఉన్నాను. అలాగే ఈ నయా వలస విధానాల వలన భారతదేశంలో ఎన్నడూ లేనటువంటి అసమానతలు దేశం లోపల దేశం వెలుపల నయా వలస విధానం వలన అసమానతలు నెలకొని ఉన్నాయి. ఆర్ఎస్ఎస్ వలసవాదం ఈ దేశంలో స్వాతంత్రం కొరకు కానీ లేకుంటే ఇతర ప్రజా సంక్షేమం కొరకు ఎటువంటి పోరాటాలు ఎప్పుడు చేయలేదు. కలోనియల్ రూల్తో అంటే వలసవాదంతో కుమ్మక్కయింది. ఆ సందర్భంలో దీనికి సంబంధించి కొన్ని ఛాలెంజెస్ అంటే కొన్ని సవాళ్ళని మీ దృష్టికి తీసుకొస్తున్నాను. ఒకటి, కార్మిక వర్గాన్ని కాపాడుకోవాలి, కార్మిక వర్గ హక్కులను కాపాడుకోవాలి, వర్గ దోపిడీ వర్గం లేనటువంటి సమాజాన్ని మనం నిర్మించుకోవాలి. రెండో ఛాలెంజ్ కుల సమస్య. భారతదేశంలో ఈ కుల సమస్యను ఎలా ఎదుర్కోవాలనేది ఒక పెద్ద సమస్య. మోహన్ భగత్ కులం అనేది మనిషిలోనే సహజంగానే ఉంటుందనే పద్ధతిలో చెప్పారు. అసలు కులాన్ని ఎవరు క్రియేట్ చేశారు, ఎలా వచ్చింది? అందుకే ఎనిహిలేషన్ ఆఫ్ క్యాస్ట్, కులాన్ని నిర్మూలించవలసినటువంటి అవసరాన్ని మన డాక్టర్ అంబేద్కర్ గారు చెప్పారు. అదొక సవాలుగా మనం స్వీకరించాలి. అలాగే మహిళల్ని వారు ఇప్పటికి కూడా న్యూనతాభావంతో మగవారి కంటే ఇంకా తాము తక్కువ భావంతో ఉండే విధంగా మహిళల్ని పరిగణిస్తూ ఉన్నారు, మహిళల్ని వేధిస్తూ ఉన్నారు, మహిళల్ని హత్య చేస్తూ ఉన్నారు, మానభంగాలు చేస్తూ ఉన్నారు. అది ఒక పెద్ద సవాల్ ఇప్పటికి కూడా ఈ దేశంలో ఉంది. ఇంకొక సవాల్ సామాజిక వివక్షత. సామాజిక వివక్షతకి ఆ సమాజ వివక్షతతో పాటు ఆర్థిక దోపిడీ, అలాగే వ్యతిరేక సామాజిక వివక్షతకు పాల్పడేటువంటి శక్తులకు వ్యతిరేకంగా సర్వజనాల్ని సమీకరించాలి. ఈ సందర్భంలో బీజేపీ రాజ్యాంగం పైన దాడి చేస్తూ ఉంది. సెక్యులరిజం, రిపబ్లికన్ అనే భావాన్ని మేము అంగీకరించమని చెప్పి వాళ్ళు చెప్తా ఉన్నారు. హిందుత్వ రాజ్యాన్ని ప్రతిపాదించిన ఆ సమయంలోనే మన రాజ్యాంగ అసెంబ్లీలో ఆనాడే అంబేద్కర్ ఈ దేశాన్ని మతపరమైన దేశంగా ఉండటానికి వీల్లేదని ఆనాడు అంబేద్కర్ గారు చెప్పిన దాని ప్రకారంగా ఇవాళ లౌకిక దేశంగా మన భారతదేశం ఉంది. ఇప్పుడు తిరిగి ఈ ఉపాధి హామీ లాంటి పథకాలని రాముడి పేరుతో వాటిని రద్దు చేసే కుట్రలకు వీళ్ళు పాల్పడతా ఉన్నారు. అదేవిధంగా భారతదేశ సమైక్యత అంటే సమాఖ్యత ఫెడరల్ వ్యవస్థ అది ఒక సవాలుగా ఉంది. ఫెడరల్ వ్యవస్థకి ఇవాళ తూట్లు పొడిచే విధంగా కేంద్రం రాష్ట్రాల హక్కుల్ని హరిస్తూ ఉంది. అదొక సవాల్. మరి అలాగే ఓటింగ్ హక్కుని లాగేస్తున్నారు. ఎన్నో పోరాటాల వల్ల వయోజన ఓటు హక్కు ఆ రోజుల్లో సంపాదించుకోవడం జరిగింది. 18 సంవత్సరాలు కూడా ఓటు హక్కు కోసం ఓటు హక్కును సంపాదించడం జరిగింది. దాన్ని పలు పేర్లతో ఇవాళ ఓటు లేకుండా చేయాలనేటువంటి ఆలోచనని బీజేపీ ప్రభుత్వం చేస్తూ ఉంది. పార్లమెంటుని నిరర్థకంగా మార్చేసింది. పార్లమెంటుని ప్రజాస్వామిక వేదికగా లేకుండా చేస్తూ ఉంది. ఈ దశలో ప్రజలందరినీ మనం సమైక్యంగా కలిపి పోరాటాలు చేయవలసిన అవసరం ఉంది. అదేవిధంగా మోడీ 4వ ఆర్థిక వ్యవస్థ అని చెప్తా ఉన్నారు. కానీ ట్రంప్ ఇస్తున్న స్టేట్మెంట్స్ కానీ అతను చేస్తున్న ప్రకటనల పట్ల కానీ ఒక్క మాట కూడా మోడీ మాట్లాడే ధైర్యం చేయలేకపోతున్నాడు. ఈ అన్ని అంశాలపైన వామపక్షాలు పోరాడుతూ ఉన్నాయి. ఇంకా ఐక్య పోరాటాలు మరిన్ని చేయాల్సినటువంటి అవసరం ఉంది. ఇప్పుడు ఎన్నికలు రాబోతున్నటువంటి కేరళను మనం ఎట్టి పరిస్థితుల్లో కాపాడుకోవాలి. మనకి మిగిలినటువంటి లెఫ్ట్ రాష్ట్రం అది. దానికోసం మరింత ఐక్యంగా మనం ముందుకెళ్ళాలి. అదేవిధంగా పశ్చిమ బెంగాల్లో లెఫ్ట్ ఈనాటికి కూడా అక్కడ ప్రభావవంతమైనటువంటి లెఫ్ట్గా ఉంది. అధికారం లేకపోయినా దాన్ని కాపాడుకోవాలి. తమిళనాడులో కూడా మతం పేరుతో జొరబట్టడానికి ప్రయత్నం చేస్తున్నారు. దాన్ని కూడా మనం కాపాడుకోవాలి. అన్ని లెఫ్ట్ పార్టీసు పరస్పర విశ్వాసంతో నడవాలి. లెఫ్ట్ ఐక్యత, కమ్యూనిస్ట్ ఐక్యత, రీయూనిఫికేషన్ ఈ అన్ని అంశాలపైన మనం కలిసి నడవాల్సిన అవసరం ఉంది. ప్రకాష్ కారాత్, అదేవిధంగా దివంగత సీతారాం యేచూరి, దీపాంకర్ భట్టాచార్య, ఇప్పుడు బేబీ గారు, మేమందరం కలిసి పనిచేస్తూ ఉన్నాం. లెఫ్ట్ లేకుండా ఈరోజు పెద్ద సవాలు మన ముందుంది. అది లెఫ్ట్ లేకుండా భారతదేశానికి భవిష్యత్తు ఉందా? కమ్యూనిస్టులు లేకుండా భారతదేశానికి భవిష్యత్తు ఉందా? ఇది మనం ఆ ప్రశ్న ఇవాళ ప్రజలందరిలోకి తీసుకెళ్ళాలి. అందుకే ఐక్యంగా పనిచేద్దాం. బీజేపీని తొలగిద్దాం. అదేవిధంగా లౌకిక ప్రజాతంత్ర పార్టీలను కూడా మనలో ఎలా కలుపుకోవాలో దాని వైపు కూడా మనం కృషి చేద్దాం. ఆ విధంగా ఇవాళ ఇక్కడ జరిగేది కేవలం లెఫ్ట్ పార్టీలకు సంబంధించినటువంటి సెమినారే కాదు, దేశ భవిష్యత్తుకు సంబంధించినటువంటి సెమినార్గా భావిస్తూ దీనివల్ల ఈ దేశంలో పేద ప్రజలు, యువకులు, వ్యవసాయ కార్మికులు, మహిళలు, సర్వ వర్గాల ప్రయోజనాలను కాపాడే విధంగా ఈ వామపక్ష పార్టీలు, కమ్యూనిస్ట్ పార్టీలుగా మనం కలిసి ముందుకు నడుద్దామని చెప్పి తెలియజేస్తూ మన జరిగినటువంటి 100 ఏళ్ల వేడుకను ఎంతో ఘనంగా జరిపినటువంటి తెలంగాణ, ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్ 2 పార్టీలకు, ప్రత్యేకించి ఖమ్మం జిల్లాకు నేను అభినందనలు తెలియజేస్తా ఉన్నాను. ఇది సారాంశం. Now I request Comrade Baby Garu, General Secretary of CPIM, to come and deliver his speech regarding the agenda issue, India and challenges before left.
అధ్యక్షులు, సోదరులారా, സർവർക്കും ക്രാന്തികാരി അഭിനന്ദനമുള്ളൂ. Esteemed comrades representing communist and left political parties in our country, leaders, National Council members, and comrades of CPI. First of all, I extend warm revolutionary greetings First of all, I convey warm revolutionary greetings to all members of Communist Party of India on the occasion of the centenary celebrations of the party, considering the meeting held in Kanpur, historically very important meeting, the first meeting to be held in India, communists from different parts of our country coming and formally and publicly launching the work of the communists. As we all know, we refer back to the October 17th meeting held at Tashkent with M.N. Roy and other comrades, including Muhammad Shafi. That was another phase of the origin of the communist work by Indian comrades. There is no point in debating which date was more significant. The fact is that both the dates are important. And within the country, India, the first meeting was held in Kanpur, the first organized meeting of Indian communists. But earlier, as part of the Communist International, there was a meeting of less than 10 comrades, where Comrade Muhammad Shafiq was elected as the first secretary of the Indian Communist Group, which is also very important in the prevailing situation of India today. I don't have to say anything more about that. Comrade D. Raja has presented the topic in its entirety, and we all know, those of us share this platform, we don't have any different perspective generally on most of these issues. Only when we start discussing in a nuanced manner certain aspects, there would be different perceptions. But that does not come in the way of our determination that in India today what is most important is that all of us should work together and fight together against reactionary forces. There we are all united. And in the recent past, there has been joint interventions on many issues. When in the name of dealing with terrorism and extremism, a group of comrades with whom we have very sharp political ideological difference, that is the People's War Group, Maoists, they have a different approach of continuous, persistent, armed struggle, developing bases in jungles. But while having our differences with that approach, in the present day world, in the present India, whether such an approach of continuous, perpetual armed struggle against Indian state, whether that is practical, advisable or desirable, we have our differences, all of us. But annihilating them without recognizing Indian constitution or rule of law by the powers that be, by the central government, by the union government and state governments, it is state terrorism. And they were willing to negotiate. They offered to talk. Government of India said, no talk, we will deal with you. And what they were doing with them, the Maoists, no civilized society can recognize. They are being caught and they are asked to go out of the police station or whatever temporary arrangement they make in jungles. When they move out, they are being shot dead. Then they say they have been killed in encounter. This is naked lie. This is terrorist lie that Indian governments and state governments were doing. Why I straight away started talking about this? This is a matter in which we discussed and we intervened in this matter. And we were willing to stand up and say that we have our political, ideological difference with this group. But what Government of India does is unacceptable. We tried our level best to highlight this particular point. And today, on this stage, we were discussing the Trump proposal, the so-called peace plan for Gaza, Palestine. It is a plan of continuous total occupation of Gaza. West Bank already 40% is under Israeli occupation supported by USA. And the point is, all details we all know. I don't want to elaborate. But US administration wants India to join the so-called peace plan, where a board of peace is a travesty of truth. This name given, board of peace. This is a board of annihilation actually. But the state of the world is such that even United Nations is also caving in to this proposal. But India is being asked to join this board. We have independently already taken position, all the parties, left parties, that India government should not join this plan of Trump and Netanyahu and some accomplices. So, in India today, how the left should react to emerging situation. Our political task, we are all on the same page, that the biggest threat that the people of our country face today in our country, India, is the very fast, dangerous steps being taken by the union government under Narendra Modi, which is an instrument in the hands of a fascist organization, Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh. There can be, as communists and left parties, we may discuss. A fascist RSS is controlling this government. But can we call the state fascist now? Did India transform into a fascist country? These things are nuanced discussion that we can separately engage in. But we don't have any difference of opinion that our